Welcome to the deep dive. It feels like everywhere you look, there's another headline about AI. The buzz is, well, it's pretty deafening.
It really is.
But what does it all really mean for your career? Today, we're trying to cut through that noise because our mission, it's pretty simple. Let's unpack how generative AI isn't just some fleeting tech trend, but a fundamental force reshaping jobs, skills, entire career paths.
Yeah.
We're here to help you understand what you need to know to not just survive this, but, truly thrive.
That's precisely it. This isn't just hype we're witnessing. It's a foundational economic shift. Think about it. They're like on par with the steam engine, maybe?
Or the internet, even.
Or the internet, exactly.
Yeah.
The implications are profound, touching pretty much every sector and every role you can imagine.
And to really dig into this, we've pulled from an incredible data-rich stack of sources for this deep dive.
Yeah, some great stuff.
Everything from, McKinsey, the World Economic Forum, to cutting-edge research from MIT, and actionable insights from Harvard Business Review.
Solid sources.
So you can trust this is going to be a well-rounded, evidence-based exploration ready to unpack this.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's kick things off by grappling with the sheer scale of this transformation. When we talk generative AI, we're not talking small ripples. This is more like an economic tsunami.
That's a good way to put it.
I was honestly stunned when I saw McKinsey's estimate. The potential economic impact. An additional $2.6 trillion to $4.4 trillion
Per year?
in annual productivity growth, just from corporate use cases. And get this, 75% of that value expected in just 4 key areas.
Right.
Marketing and sales, customer operations, software engineering and research and development, R&D. That's a fascinating concentration, isn't it? What does that tell us about where the immediate impact's going to hit hardest?
Well, it tells us the impact will be broad, but also incredibly deep in those areas. But what's equally fascinating, I think, isn't just the scale, but the unprecedented pace of change. The World Economic Forum projects that by 2030, get this, 70% of the skills used in most jobs will have changed significantly.
70%, wow.
70%, with AI as the main catalyst. And even sooner, some analyses say 44% of core workers' skills will be disrupted by 2025.
That's practically tomorrow.
It really is.
Yeah.
70%. That's not just evolution. It's a professional revolution happening in less than a decade. So what's the big implication of that speed?
Well, it means traditional career planning is kind of obsolete.
Pretty much. It emphasizes continuous learning like never before.
That speed certainly explains why this isn't just individuals tinkering. It sounds like the C-suite is feeling the pressure too.
Oh, definitely.
Global surveys show 88% of C-suite execs see accelerated AI adoption as a top priority for the coming year, and 80% believe it'll foster innovation.
Right.
When nearly 9 out of 10 top execs are mandating this, what does that top-down push really mean for how companies value skills now and for hiring?
It means it's basically non-negotiable. It's becoming central to strategy.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
If the C-suite is pushing so hard, why isn't it fully integrated everywhere already? We're seeing what experts are calling a solution void.
A solution void.
Yeah, and an analytics gap.
Yeah.
Think of it like this. The powerful AI tech exists, sure, but the tailored, ready-to-use applications for specific business needs, they haven't quite caught up yet.
Ah, okay.
And even when it is adopted, only about 31% of organizations have concrete plans to measure the ROI of their generative AI projects within the first 6 months.
So there's a gap between wanting it and actually using it effectively and proving it works.
Exactly. And that gap, it creates a massive opportunity.
How so?
Well, professionals who can bridge that gap, identify the high-value use cases, integrate the tools we already have effectively, and crucially, measure their tangible impact. They'll become indispensable.
So it's not just about building new AI, but applying what we have and showing the value.
Precisely. That integration and measurement piece is huge.
That really brings into focus how AI is redefining what we even consider the core skills. It's a bit like the personal computer revolution, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
When suddenly knowing how to type wasn't just for clerks, it became essential for almost everyone. We're seeing a similar thing now. The World Economic Forum reports that 45% of employers now consider AI and big data skills as core to their business operations.
Absolutely core. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, lacking basic AI literacy, well, it's Soon it'll be like not knowing how to use a web browser or a spreadsheet.
Right, a fundamental gap.
Exactly. A fundamental capability gap that will genuinely limit your career relevance, your growth, across almost every field. It's becoming a baseline for just participating.
Okay, now let's tackle a common fear head-on. This idea of human versus machine.
Right. The replacement anxiety.
Yeah, a lot of people worry AI is coming for their jobs. But here's the critical distinction we need to make. It's not really about jobs being replaced wholesale. It's about tasks.
It's such a crucial point.
While maybe 60% to 70% of an employee's time involves tasks that could be automated by current generative AI, that absolutely does not mean a 60-70% workforce reduction.
No, definitely not. The consensus view from, leading institutions is that AI is far more likely to complement, not replace, humans.
Augmentation, not elimination.
Exactly. The narrative is shifting. It's less about what tech might take away and more about what it can give us back, freeing up human capital for more strategic work, creativity, enhancing productivity, not just cutting roles.
And to understand why augmentation is the likely path, we need to talk about something called the EPOCH index. This comes from MIT Sloan School of Management.
Yes, EPOCH. Good framework.
It identifies 5 uniquely human capabilities that are just incredibly difficult for machines to replicate.
Indeed. So EPOCH stands for E is presence, networking, and connectedness.
What?
O is opinion, judgment, and ethics. C is creativity and imagination. And H is hope, vision, and leadership. These aren't just soft skills, right? They're critical, hard-to-teach competencies. They're the bedrock of high-value professional work.
Makes sense.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
An AI can write a brilliant email, maybe, but it can't truly empathize with a client's frustration or lead a team through a tough time with genuine vision.
Right.
Occupations rich in these EPOCH skills, they're much less susceptible to pure automation. They're primed for augmentation.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. The rise of the superworker and superagency.
McKinsey's term.
Yeah, they describe superagency as combining human expertise, those EPOCH skills we just talked about, with AI to dramatically boost personal productivity and creativity.
And the numbers are wild.
They really are. Anywhere from 30% to 400% more efficient. It's why that powerful adage has emerged. Humans with AI will replace humans without AI.
We're already seeing that play out, too.
How so?
In hiring. Studies show candidates who intelligently use AI during interviews actually get higher performance ratings. It's like bringing a superpowered co-pilot to your interview.
Wow. Okay, so how do we achieve this superagency?
Well, one key concept professionals need to embrace is productive friction. This is from neuroscientist Dr. Vivienne Ming.
Productive friction sounds counterintuitive.
A little, maybe, but it means using AI-generated insights not as the final answer, but as a catalyst. Something to challenge your own assumptions, make you dig deeper, ask better questions.
Okay, so it's not about AI giving you the easy answer. It's about AI helping you think harder, essentially, like a sparring partner for your brain.
Exactly, a high-performance sparring partner. That's a great way to put it. It pushes you.
And this active collaboration also requires what Harvard Business Review calls AI fusion skills.
Right. Intelligent interrogation, judgment integration, and reciprocal apprenticing.
Okay, break those down a bit.
Well, they fundamentally shift where the value lies. It moves away from simply knowing facts, because the AI can do that, towards applying judgment, synthesizing different ideas, and providing that crucial ethical oversight.
So what does this all mean for productivity, then? It's not just about churning things out faster.
Not just faster outputs, no. It's about moving towards higher quality work and genuinely better insights. It's about becoming, better, more creative, more strategic because of AI, not just faster with it.
All right, so we've talked big picture, economic shifts, how AI augments us. Now let's break down the anatomy of what AI skills actually means, because it's not just one thing, is it?
Not at all. It's really helpful to think about it in 3 distinct tiers.
Okay.
At the base, Tier 1, foundational AI literacy. This is quickly becoming the new baseline, just, professional relevance.
It's using email or spreadsheets now.
Exactly. It means understanding and leveraging common, everyday AI tools, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, to improve your daily work.
And the data backs this up.
Oh, yeah. LinkedIn's data is staggering. AI literacy is the #1 fastest growing skill in the U.S. It's surged by 177% since just 2023.
Wow, 177%.
And here's the kicker. Over half of hiring managers now say they'd be unwilling to hire someone who lacks this basic AI literacy.
So it's not a nice to have anymore. It's table stakes.
Absolutely. Practically mandatory.
Okay, so moving up the pyramid, tier 2.
Tier 2 is advanced application and prompt engineering. This is where you go beyond just asking simple questions. You interact with AI as a true collaborator.
Not just a glorified search engine.
Right. It's all about effective prompting. Giving the AI a clear role, providing context, specifying the output you need precisely, maybe giving examples.
And there are techniques for this.
Yeah, advanced techniques like chain of thought prompting to break down complex tasks. And honestly, a pro tip. Professionals at this level often curate their own personal prompt libraries.
Like saving the good ones.
Exactly. Saving and refining prompts that consistently deliver the goods for recurring tasks saves a ton of time.
Makes sense. And then the peak, tier 3.
Tier 3 is specialized technical AI skills. These are the really high-paying roles, the ones building and refining the AI itself.
The engine room.
Pretty much. We're talking deep proficiency in, say, Python expertise with frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch.
The heavy stuff.
Right. Core disciplines here are machine learning,
ML.
natural language processing, NLP, deep learning, data science. The demand is intense.
How intense.
AI skill postings overall soared by 68%. Generative AI roles specifically, up over 600%.
600%.
Yeah. It's led to these new, highly specialized and very lucrative job titles. Machine learning engineer, generative AI engineer, computer vision engineer.
Okay, so let's make these tiers more concrete. How does AI actually augment specific roles? Let's take a software developer.
Okay.
Before AI, maybe they spent hours on boilerplate code or debugging tricky stuff.
Right. Tedious work sometimes.
Now, tools like GitHub Copilot can automate a lot of code generation, help with debugging, even draft documentation.
It really frees them up.
Exactly. Frees the developer to focus on the higher level stuff, system architecture, complex problem solving, critical code review. It elevates their role.
It does. Okay, how about a marketing manager?
Right. Generative AI is powering hyper-personalized content, predictive modeling for customer behavior, real-time sentiment analysis.
So less manual creation.
A lot less. Instead of writing endless ad variations by hand, they can generate hundreds with AI, then focus their energy on the strategy. Defining the brand voice, A/B testing, refining the core message.
Launch strategic oversight.
Totally. And for a financial analyst, AI's driving narrative generation for reports, predictive forecasting, finding anomalies in data, often right within tools they already use, like Excel.
So less time crunching numbers.
Exactly. Less time on the heavy lifting of data prep and more time on strategic interpretation, advising the business. Again, AI automates the routine, elevating the human focus to oversight and judgment.
Okay, let's talk ROI, the hard numbers. Because companies aren't just adopting AI for fun, right?
Definitely not. It's an investment.
And it's paying off. This corporate ROI engine is running hot. On average, companies are seeing about $3.70 back for every $1 they invest in generative AI.
$3.70 for every dollar. That's substantial.
It is. And top organizations, they're seeing over $10 in return. Plus, 74% of enterprises using Gen AI are already seeing a return on their investment.
Already. That's fast.
Very fast. And CFOs are seeing it too. Nearly 90% reported a very positive ROI in late 2024. That's up massively from just 27% 9 months earlier.
Wow. Okay, so those are the financial returns. But what about operational improvement? How does it actually change how businesses run?
The impacts there are dramatic too.
I saw some numbers. Development velocity up 30, 55%.
Yep. Code quality improving 40-60% fewer production bugs.
That's huge for tech teams.
Huge. Employee productivity, doubling for 45% of organizations. Testing efficiency, 60-70% reduction in time needed.
60 to 70% less testing time.
Customer service wait times down by 50%. Documentation accuracy improving so much it leads to an 80% drop in support requests.
80%. I mean, what stands out to you here? If you're listening, how could this kind of operational impact really shake up your company's approach?
It's transformative across the board. And these corporate returns, they translate directly to personal ROI for individuals. It creates a significant salary premium.
Okay, tell me about that.
A big study in the UK found roles specifying AI skills commanded an average wage premium of 23%.
23% just for having AI skills listed.
On average, yes. And get this, that premium was higher than having a master's degree, which gave a 13% boost.
Higher than a master's.
Yep. Only surpassed by having a PhD, which was around 33%. It clearly signals employers are prioritizing these practical, applicable AI skills. They're much more likely to offer interviews, offer higher salaries to people demonstrating this AI capital.
And when we look at specific skills, the salaries are pretty compelling, right?
Very compelling. Skills like recommendation systems average around $195,000. Natural language understanding, NLU, $188,600. Deep learning, $175,000.
These are serious numbers.
Absolutely. Top-tier roles like AI research scientist. You're looking at $150K to over $300,000. Even foundational technical skills show strong value machine learning, around $145K, Python, $136K.
It really puts that average 23% wage premium for even just foundational AI tool proficiency into perspective, doesn't it?
It really does. And this creates something fascinating, what we call experience arbitrage.
Experience arbitrage, what's that?
Well, traditionally, career advancement is pretty linear, right? Years of experience equals seniority.
Sure.
But now, a junior professional who masters AI can potentially produce work at a quality and speed previously associated only with senior colleagues.
Give me an example.
Okay, like a junior financial analyst. Using AI, they might draft a really sophisticated variance analysis report in a fraction of the time it used to take someone senior. That frees them up to analyze why those variances happened.
Doing higher level work sooner.
Exactly. So someone with maybe just 2 or 3 years of experience, but with deep, demonstrable AI proficiency, they could potentially command the salary and responsibility of someone with 5, maybe 7 years of traditional experience.
So they can effectively leapfrog rungs on the career ladder.
That's the potential, yes. Effectively leapfrogging.
Okay, so we've painted a very optimistic picture, a lot of potential for growth, but we have to flip the coin now, right?
Absolutely crucial.
We need to talk about the risks, the limitations, and the ethical duties that come with using this powerful technology. It's definitely not all upside without careful navigation.
No, it isn't. One major concern is the deskilling dilemma, the potential for dependence.
Right, like getting too reliant on it.
Exactly. There's this fear, sometimes called uberification, where over-reliance on AI could lead to our own fundamental skills and critical thinking just atrophying.
Like using GPS so much you forget how to read a map.
That's the perfect analogy. The key here is mindset. Use AI as a mentor or a pair programmer, not just an answer key.
How do you do that?
The best strategy seems to be delegate the menial, repetitive work to the AI. That frees up your cognitive bandwidth for the essential human tasks review, validation, strategic oversight, creative synthesis. Don't outsource your thinking.
Okay. Then there's the black box problem, the fact that these tools aren't always accurate.
Right. The technical limitations. Let's talk hallucinations.
Yeah, that term comes up a lot.
AI models can generate information that sounds perfectly coherent, totally factual, but it's completely inaccurate, or even just fabricated.
And this isn't like a rare bug.
No, it's a fundamental characteristic of how they work right now, which means, and this is non-negotiable, independent verification of all substantive AI-generated output is essential, especially in high-stakes fields.
You just can't trust it blindly.
Never. Plus, remember, AI reflects its training data, so it can inherit and amplify biases.
Right. Bias is a big one.
Huge. Or the data might just be outdated, lacking current information. And often AI lacks true context or reasoning. It can give you output that's, all style and no substance.
So you really have to ask, how will you probe the why behind an AI's what? What steps will you take to make sure that information is actually reliable?
And this raises the critical point. The ethical gauntlet every professional has to navigate. We have a clear duty of care.
Okay, what does that involve?
First, data privacy and security. Huge. Inputting confidential, proprietary, or personally identifiable information PII into public AI tools. That can be a catastrophic breach.
Because the data might be used to train the model.
Exactly. So, rule number 1, stick strictly to company policies. Use secure, enterprise-grade solutions for any sensitive data, never public tools.
Got it.
Second, intellectual property and ownership. The legal side here is complex. It's still evolving. But for instance, the U.S. Copyright Office has ruled that purely AI-generated works without enough human authorship cannot be copyrighted.
That impacts how you claim ownership, then.
Big time. And finally, accountability. This is simple but critical. When an AI makes a mistake, the responsibility lies squarely with the professional who used the tool and deployed its output.
The human is still accountable.
Always. Clear human oversight, rigorous review, they're non-negotiable. You are ultimately responsible for the quality and integrity of your work, AI-assisted or not. So, to put these principles into practice, I find it helpful to have a personal framework for responsible AI use. This is based on what a lot of experts are saying.
Okay, like a checklist.
Sort of. First, fairness and bias mitigation. Always critically scrutinize AI outputs for bias. Make sure they're fair and reliable for your specific context. Seek diverse data if you need to.
Right. Check for fairness.
Second, transparency and explainability. Be prepared to explain the rationale behind any AI-assisted decision. Don't just rely on some opaque AI logic, especially for critical choices.
You need to understand the why.
Third, accountability and oversight. Assume full of professional responsibility. Treat AI output like a draft, a potentially very good draft, but one that needs your expert review and final approval.
On the output.
Fourth, data privacy and security. We covered this, but it bears repeating. Never input sensitive data into public tools. Use approved enterprise platforms.
Crucial.
And finally, fifth, competence and deskilling. Use AI for enhancement, not replacement. Keep practicing your core skills manually. Don't let them atrophy. Stay sharp.
That's a great framework. Okay, so now that we understand the landscape, the opportunities, the risks, let's pivot from understanding to action.
Right, the practical steps.
How can you, the listener, actually become this future-proof professional? It starts with a strategic blueprint for acquiring the skills and, just as importantly, showing that you have them.
And building AI proficiency doesn't necessarily mean getting a PhD in computer science. A curated learning path can start quite simply.
Where would you suggest starting?
For foundational understanding, especially for non-technical folks, I highly recommend Google's Introduction to Generative AI and their Google AI Essentials. They give great overviews, and they often come with shareable completion badges, which, look good on your LinkedIn profile.
Nice little credential.
Exactly. For more skill-specific training, Google's Prompting Essentials offers structured guidance on that advanced application piece. And for technical roles, Coursera certifications in machine learning, data science, AI development, those are excellent.
But beyond formal courses, maybe the most effective way to build skills is just integrating AI into your daily work.
Absolutely. Hands-on is key.
So maybe a practical 5-step approach. First, identify opportunities. Look for those repetitive, time-consuming tasks in your day. Drafting routine emails, summarizing long documents, brainstorming initial ideas.
Low-hanging fruit.
Exactly. Second, select the right tools and prioritize security and compliance here. For anything sensitive, always use company-approved tools like Microsoft 365 Copilot, not the free public models.
Critical distinction.
Third, prototype and test. Start small. Don't try to automate everything at once. Then rigorously validate the output. Is it accurate? Is the quality good enough?
Iterate.
Fourth, develop a prompt library. We mentioned this. Save and refine those prompts that consistently give you good results for recurring tasks. Build your own toolkit. Saves so much time later. And fifth, monitor and quantify impact. Track metrics. How much time did you save? Did quality improve? Did you turn things around faster? This builds your personal ROI case and shows your value.
That quantification piece is key for demonstrating impact. Acquiring the skills is one thing. Marketing your mastery is the next challenge.
Right. How do you show employers you have these skills? Let's start with a resume.
Don't just list AI skills. That's too vague. Show, don't just tell. Use a formula like action verb plus specific AI-assisted task plus quantifiable result.
Okay, give me an example.
Sure. Instead of use ChatGPT, say, leverage ChatGPT to generate initial drafts of weekly marketing reports, reducing preparation time by 60%.
Much more specific and impactful.
Or maybe, streamline the code review process by utilizing GitHub Copilot to identify and suggest fixes for common bugs, decreasing the number of post-deployment hotfixes by 25%.
Quantifiable results. Love it. Should you have a dedicated section?
Yeah, I think a dedicated AI proficiency section listing the specific tools and techniques, is a good idea too.
What about a portfolio?
Especially crucial for technical, creative, or analytical roles. Consider projects like building a custom chatbot trained on a specific knowledge base.
Cool.
Or maybe an AI-powered developer tool like a little bug fix assistant.
Right.
Or using something like LangChain to build an agent that automates a specific business process. Show practical application.
And then acing the interview, what kind of questions should people expect?
Be ready for questions that test your critical thinking and real-world experience, not just definitions. Like, describe a project where you used a generative model. What were the main challenges and how did you overcome them?
Tests problem solving.
Exactly. Or, how do you evaluate the performance and quality of a generative model's output? What metrics do you use?
Getting into the practicalities.
And definitely expect ethical questions. Discuss the implications of using generative AI in your field. How do you ensure your work is responsible and reliable?
So, what's key here, it seems, is that employers aren't just looking for someone who can use AI. They're looking for judgment and impact.
Precisely.
Frame your AI proficiency as something that enhances your professional judgment, helps you make better decisions, find innovative solutions, and ultimately deliver more impactful results for the organization. That's the story you want to tell.
That's exactly right.
Okay, now let's zoom in even further. Let's look at how AI is specifically impacting some key professions.
Good idea. Let's start with for the software developer.
Okay.
The transformation here is profound. It's a real shift from purely manual coding to AI-assisted creation. Tools like GitHub Copilot are becoming pretty standard.
And the impact?
Huge boosts in development velocity. We mentioned 30–55% faster delivery. And better code quality, 40–60% fewer production bugs. Imagine Copilot flagging an error and suggesting a fix, saving you hours.
Game changer.
But then you need the judgment to assess if that suggestion is truly optimal, not just fast. There is a risk of, passive dependence on the AI.
Right, the deskilling concern again.
But ideally, the developer's role gets elevated. More focus on system architecture, complex problem solving, rigorous code review. It's less typing, more thinking.
And this is driving demand for new skills.
Oh, yeah. A surge in demand for these hybrid skills. New roles like generative AI engineer commanding salaries from $140K up to $280K plus. They need Python, ML frameworks, cloud platforms, the whole package.
Okay, next up, for the marketing professional.
Right. AI is automating content creation like crazy. Ad copy, social media posts, blogs, even hyper-personalized campaigns at scale.
What's the impact on their day-to-day?
Massive time savings. 86% of marketers report saving at least 1 hour per day.
An hour a day?
Yeah. Now, while some junior copywriting or design tasks might change, the big shift for marketers is from manual creation to high-level strategy.
How?
Instead of spending hours writing 20 ad variations, you use AI to generate 200 in minutes. Then you dedicate that saved time to rigorous A/B testing, understanding audience psychology, refining the core brand merit of things only a human strategist can really nail.
So AI literacy is basically mandatory for marketers now.
Absolutely not optional. And the time saved. It needs to be reinvested into smarter personalization, better performance analysis. The marketer of the future is a strategist, an orchestrator, with AI as their incredibly productive assistant.
Makes sense. Okay, finally, for the finance and accounting professional.
Here, the transformation involves AI automating tasks like variance analyses, drafting financial report summaries, detecting anomalies or potential fraud, often integrated right into Excel or Power BI.
So what's the impact on them?
It frees them from a lot of the heavy lifting of data analysis, allows them to shift focus to strategic interpretation, advisory roles.
Like the analyst example earlier.
Exactly. AI might highlight a weird variance in a budget report, but it's the human analyst who needs their domain expertise to figure out why it happened and what the business should do about it.
Human oversight is critical then, especially with hallucinations.
Absolutely critical for checking accuracy and providing context. AI actually amplifies the need for their professional skepticism, their ethical judgment, their deep domain knowledge.
Interesting. So the career path is changing.
Definitely evolving.
Yeah.
Moving from being primarily historians or reporters of financial data to becoming true strategic partners to the business. And we know CFOs are mandating AI adoption.
But senior leadership still relies on human judgment.
Absolutely. Critical thinking, ethical integrity, clear communication, those remain paramount, now just powerfully augmented by AI tools.
So wrapping this all up, if there's one core takeaway from this deep dive, it really feels like generative AI isn't just another tech trend, it's a fundamental economic shift.
It truly is, not fleeting.
And the future. It absolutely belongs to the augmented professional.
Yeah.
The human who figures out how to intelligently partner with AI.
And tangible benefits are clear, right? We've seen the immense economic incentives driving adoption, that clear salary premium for AI skills, and this very real potential to leapfrog traditional career stages.
But, and it's a big but, remember the crucial part, responsible use.
Non-negotiable.
Navigating those pitfalls, deskilling, the technical limitations, the ethical concerns, it means treating AI as an incredibly powerful assistant, but not an infallible oracle. Your judgment, your oversight remains paramount.
Couldn't agree more.
So as you step into this new landscape, here's maybe a final thought to mull over.
Okay.
How might this ability to leverage AI-driven super agency allow you to redefine what's actually possible in your current role? How could you move beyond just efficiency gains to achieve truly innovative, maybe previously impossible outcomes?